Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is many a true nerd, and welcome back to Vampyr, where you join me in, well, what I think may well be the grand finale. We have managed to track down the source of the epidemic. We've actually got mentions of a cure from the notes of William Marshall that we have found, and the Ascalon Club has been pretty much gutted. Not quite 100% dead. I imagine we have to have a showdown with Lord Redgrave yet, but you know what? They're pretty dead. I've killed most of their members. That seems to be under control. So, I need to figure out how this antidote is actually going to work. But before that, secret book that I must not read under any circumstances, you say? No, I'm still getting the I should return later message. Bloody hell. When do you want me to come back here? It's almost the end of the bloody game. Well, in that case, over to Lady Ashbury to discuss the antidote we now have evidence of, and I think she should be open to this, because the implication at the beginning of the game was she'd actually been speaking to the good doctor this whole time, actually, letting him draw blood, which admittedly caused this whole problem. Bloody doctor, what's-his-face. Yeah, she was letting him draw blood, because the implication was she was looking for a cure. So presumably, she will be willing to, hello, I need to beat you up. She will presumably be willing to help me. Oh, so hang on, just get around the side of you. And blood spear. Well, that got most of you anyway. Ah, the lady is working on my painting.
What good fortune brings you back to me, Jonathan? What is it, my dear?
I'm afraid it's bad news, Elizabeth. The worst, actually.
Please, speak up.
Edgar is no longer in McCullum's grasp. I resolved that matter.
Where is our good friend now? Is he well?
Of a sort. His injuries were mortal. I had no choice but to make him one of us. To save him. Or to punish him.
To punish him? I fail to understand. And what is the source of this cold tone in your voice?
Edgar Swansea was responsible for the Skal epidemic, Elizabeth. It was he who unleashed the deadly scourge upon London.
What? Are you certain? This is the most terrible accusation of all.
He confessed everything to me. He sought to cure the disease, to exploit vampire blood to stop the epidemic. But he unwittingly gave birth to a catastrophe.
All those poor victims. How could he do it? What happened?
And yes, indeed, he was stupid, but no, it was straight up stupidity. He just went up injecting vampire blood into a person who had an infectious disease. It was just plain stupidity.
Edgar's behavior was beyond lunacy. He had neither the discipline, knowledge, nor the proper facilities to conduct blood experiments.
I must say I'm shocked, Jonathan. Who would have thought it? And the poor patient. Let me guess. It was Harriet Jones, was it not?
Yes. That explains how Doris Fletcher was infected, and how she became an Ichor. She secretly visited her mother at Pembroke.
Then we have no choice. We must act quickly, Jonathan. We must return to the sewers and put an end to the threat poor Harriet embodies.
I have one more matter to discuss with you. Harriet Jones was the primary case, but do you know what a healthy carrier is?
There is a tone in your voice that frightens me, Jonathan. What are you trying to say?
It was your blood Edgar used for his experiment on Harriet Jones.
What? No. No. This can't be. Oh.
Elizabeth, are you all right?
No, I have to go.
What do you mean?
Leave me alone. Save the city, Jonathan. Save what can be saved.
Elizabeth, I need answers. Why did your blood
Stay
cause
away
this?
from me. Please. I swear I never was your enemy.
Wait! No! Elizabeth!
Oh. Right, and oh, she started a new painting. Oh, what happened to... Hang on, where's the old one? Oh, she hung it up somewhere. And I should be focusing on the fact that, she's kind of freaking out right now. What happened to the old photo? It's actually now hung somewhere. I'm also very, very worried by something I've just noted. There's a chest in her house, and it's locked.
All right.
Now, when chests are locked, there's no lock picking or anything in this game. The only way to access a locked chest is with the relevant person's key, and pretty much the only time you get it is if you kill them. If I do something wrong, or if I've already done something wrong, there is a very real possibility I might need to fight her, or hopefully I'll be given the option so I can say no. But okay, that's mildly concerning. And I cannot find the painting either. I wonder why she's gone and put that. But yes, indeed, there's something peculiar with her blood that caused the Skull epidemic. Is she maybe just a Skull that happened to have a good reaction rather than an Ekon? Is that why her kid, or her adopted kid, Charlotte, hasn't been made into a vampire? She adopts children, lets them die, just adopts more ones as time goes by. Yeah. Is it because she can't turn them? Because she knows they would have become Skulls, not Ekons? Okay, we'll need to figure out what's going on here. So, we do indeed have a little bit of a shopping list here. So, gather ingredients for the antidote. So, William Marshall's blood from Lord Redgrave. That one's gonna be a bit difficult to do, to be honest. Drop of King Arthur's blood from Geoffrey McCullum. Okay, we'll see if we made the right choice with him. So I'm guessing this is either going to be easier or harder depending on the choices you've made during the game. So if I'd turned, what was his name, Davis, then as a result Redgrave would still be on side, so I could presumably just ask him for a drop of blood and he'd actually let me have it just as a favour, because I was like, you know, someone who'd done what he'd asked in the past. McCullum hopefully will cooperate because I spared him, and insulin in the old morgue of Pembroke shouldn't be that difficult to do. That's a fairly small area. Fine. Presumably, the closest one then will be... yes, Redgrave. Unfortunately, I strongly suspect he's not going to give it up without a fight. So, I guess we need to go take him out then.
Sir, you are not welcome.
Oh dear. No longer welcome inside this house. But I know for a fact that there is a back door. Now, I have unlocked it previously. We'll see if that's actually still available to me. Here we go. I unlocked the back door from within previously. And we've got ourselves a door here. Let's see if this is open. Nice! So I can force my way in the back. Lovely. I imagine, however, people are not going to be thrilled to see me. Don't use the ultimate powers. Not immediately. Wait.
I'm still persona non grata in the Ascalon Club. If I want to speak with Lord Redgrave, I'll have to improvise.
When you say improvise, do you mean, like, murder him? Is that what we're talking about right now? Because, also, where's everyone? Where's the door guy who just said I wasn't welcome here? Because I don't know. Right. So far... oh! Rogue Ekon. Well, he's not so bad, all things considered. So if we just basically... oh, yeah, he's slightly resistant to this sort of thing. Oh! Okay, slightly resistant to... excuse me. Oh, I've not got the shotgun set right now. You know what? How about we just use a bit of ultimate power on you, because you're already annoying me. Oh, yeah. That just... sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes it just mysteriously fails. Right, shotgun will... oh, good dodge, you bastard. That's a waste of shotgun ammo right bloody there. Still, he's almost dead at this point, so... bit of blood. Even with resistance, that's still pretty powerful. Right, down you go. Need to... grab whatever you had on you. Now, it says find Redgrave, but I can't help but think... I know for a fact that the actual... yeah, the thing where you keep the blood is right around here. You keep a little jar of it on the altar. Like, right here. This has been the whole point. It's right here. It's in the jar. It's in the jar! Why do we not just take it from the jar? We know this is a mess. Of course, that's just like, you know, an item for ceremony. That's not where the real blood is. Interesting. Ah! There's the man. Level... oh. Well, mesmerised 20. Redgrave, we need to chat. Okay. How about we chat and don't murder each other? Nice chat. Hello, nice chat, no murder.
Good evening, Lord Redgrave.
What are you doing here, traitor? I shall smite you for this audacity.
I'm not here to bicker, Lord Redgrave. I can put an end to this epidemic, but I need your assistance to do so.
Good. We've held out thus far. but the time has come to put an end to this crisis. Tell me, what do you need?
The blood of William Marshall.
The blood of William Marshall? Of my maker? Are you mad? This blood is the purest of all. My maker proffered it to me on the battlefield. I cannot hand it to you.
Alright, how are we going to convince him? Because, well, I imagine there's an end where we end up murdering him, and an end where we end up getting it peacefully. So, cease the farce. No, don't call him out on the fact he's not actually related to... Ooh, unless, of course, knocking him down a peg and making him realise I know the truth would be the best way to knock him off balance. Yeah, actually, I think that might be the best way to go.
Stop this farce. Marshall never was your maker. I have no idea how you acquired his blood, but I need it now.
I see. Well, in that case, given the gravity of the situation, I suppose I can spare you a drop.
Thank you, my lord.
If you manage to save this city, you'll prove yourself a veritable servant of the crown. So Godspeed, Dr. Reed. Our fate lies wholly in your hands.
Alright, so, managed to talk him down in the end. Marvellous. And I'm so sorry, whoever this guy was. He didn't really need to die, but oops, on to the next. Right, quick trip back to Pembroke Hospital. Does anyone here need anything, like, urgently or seriously, by the way? No, actually. Everyone seems fairly healthy, with the exception of a couple of diseases down for those guys. But, yeah, this place is under control. No need for me to stop off here. And we've got to find insulin. I swear the actual ingredients did call for, you know, garlic, but okay. I guess, you know, insulin's basically the same thing or something. I'm not really convinced that's true, but no. Blood magic. And stop shooting me, you bastard. Get myself all the blood in the world. Should hopefully finish off momentarily. Good, just had the stamina for that. Grab whatever you had. Ooh, good handle parts. Get my health back. Oh, I'll get loads of health now. So, insulin in the morgue. Where is the insulin in the morgue? And now I know that we're dealing with... Hang on. Yeah, it's pre-wins. But they're level 35 rookies. There's nothing too bad down there. There are quite a few of them. I'm going to guess, therefore, what I'm looking for is downstairs. It's not just going to be stored upstairs. It's going to be downstairs with all of the flipping pre-win. So, need to finish these guys off bit by bit. Need to make sure... Hang on. Which is that one? Okay, you're not at all suspicious of the fact I'm here. Okay, fine. Well, let's just quickly finish off you, because you are annoying. And actually, this is a good time for Blood Spear. There we go. We'll finish off this guy, because I think I've got the stamina for that. Then I'll probably back off for a moment. And Blood Spear for both of you. One of you goes down. You guys tend to be pretty on the flimsy side. Get my stamina back for a second. And now warp to avoid that fire arrow. Taking a bit of fire damage here. And warp again, just to get around the side of you. You guys tend to be flimsy. And just one more swing. Down he goes. Now I can get my health back and chill out for a minute. Fine. With 4 of them down, so there's only 2 left. I'm guessing there's going to be a boss fight in the same room as we had the first Blink boss fight. That strikes me as very, very likely indeed. Just quickly grab all of that. Might be able to get myself some more ammo. Okay, who is up next? And to you. Lovely. Oh, yeah, you guys are not so bad. Level 35's going down. Nice. And quickly. Alright, into the morgue bit of the... Yeah, I figured there might be more. So level 35, level 35. Honestly, nothing too bad. Good blend of resistances. So let's just quickly line up you guys. And blood. Oh, you spread out nicely, didn't you? Right, I need to keep my distance from you, because you hit pretty hard. And Blood Spear for both of you, which will do good damage to him. Avoid! No, never mind. I was a bit slow there. I was a bit delayed because I was just doing the swing. Avoid his bloody business. Right, okay. You, my good man, assuming this doesn't just fail, because sometimes it just does, can be hit by that. And only 5, well, I guess he did have good shadow resistance powers, so he was the wrong target for that sort of thing. Right, back off, get some healing in here, and go, and, ooh! Blimey, I was expecting that to slow you down a little bit. And finish you. I need to get some bloody blood back. And get some blood back off him. Even though he's mostly resistant to melee, it gets me a load of blood at least. Back off, back off. Do some healing, and he's about to do his great big thing, isn't he? Yes, he is. Probably another heal in that case. And over to you. Now I should just be able to finish you off with the sword. Even at level 35, yeah. I can just basically wail at you at this point. And no, back off for a second. Blood spear, job done. Right. That was not too bad at all because I've been eating a few people. I didn't need to do that heal though, that was unnecessary. So, it better be up here. If it's not up here, I'm going to be very annoyed. Oh, it turns out it's not. I was just looking around, I found a body. Actually, I don't think this is related to the insulin. I think this is a little sub-quest. There was a guy who was supposed to go and, yeah, do a little autopsy on to figure out what's going on. So, okay, who's this guy and what happened to him with his damaged legs and arms?
Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman.
Alright, so we've got ourselves a career. Nothing suspicious there.
Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps?
Alright, another clue. And the chest?
The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened.
Alright, and therefore the lungs?
A puncture over the left lung. Possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful.
Alright, and what is this all supposed to lead us to?
Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then, he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
Ah, as in he tried to basically, I don't know, fake covering up his mistake by actually, yeah, going in. Ooh, hello, a used Lister knife. La-di-da, probably the thing that was used on him, in fact. Or maybe I'm wrong because there's more pre-one upstairs. So, oops, never mind. Right, so you, Mr. Chaplain, we should just be able to do a good job just whacking you down. Yeah, use up all your stamina. Once the stamina's gone, just paralyze him. And then go over to, excuse me. Okay, finish off. In fact, you know what? Get around the back of the little guys. Get around the back of the little guys. Blood spear. Pretty decently timed blood spear. Could have been slightly better. Right, this guy's more or less on his own. I can finish him off with a couple of swings. You're pretty flimsy as well. The chaplain's the only one worthy of note. Looks like he's about to do something. You know what? If I can, just paralyze him for a second. I know you're supposed to do that to, like, get hits in. I find it's better just for stamina management, to be honest. It works much. Excuse, will you stop doing that to me, please? Back off. Back the hell off. Right. Get a bit of healing in, then we'll get over to you. And no, you don't get to do the big crossy thing today. Down you go. Right, now to have a little look-see around here. Ah, I think this room might not have been open previously. Fine, so by any chance...
There it is. Insulin. Much more efficient than garlic against blood poisoning and sepsis, and much less dangerous for me. Thank you, Dr. Bolescu.
Alright, so apparently I would rather inject myself with a large dose of insulin than garlic. Is garlic dangerous? Well, I guess it's dangerous if you inject it directly into your bloodstream, sure. Though while we're at the hospital, Dr. Tippett, we need to have a chat to you because, by any chance, did you perform completely unnecessary surgery in an attempt to cover up the botched surgery you'd already done? And here's the man. Oh yeah, Tippett. You were rude to me in the past, so I'm now feeling less well inclined towards you.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
No, not at all, in fact. Here we go. Your stupid medical error. Give me your side of the story.
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
Alright, explain more.
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
Alright, so who was this guy? How did he end up on your operating table?
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks, maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed the body.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really in a position to throw stones about killing people from the docks.
Why not stop practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
Oh, well, that is true, and apparently there's nothing else to be said about it. All I need to do now is decide whether that's a capital offence or not, and no, I don't think it is, actually. So, okay, fair enough. Have a good day, I suppose. Ah, except one more thing. We can speak to the nurse about it, too. Apparently she might know something. You were just here a second ago. Nurse, where have you just gone? Alright, let's see what she has to add about this.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett in our situation?
Oh, so okay, he misdiagnosed, poorly operated, and as a result someone died. She then opened up the corpse to try and cover up the error. Intriguing. You took a risk, I understand what you did. In all fairness, yeah, cutting open actual corpses to try and hide medical malpractice. Sorry, that's gone too far.
To clear Dr. Tippett's name must be the decision of Dr. Swansea. You can't take matters into your own hands.
I respect Dr. Swansea's authority and management, but he's no idea what happens here on a daily basis. I did what I had to do.
Okay. And apparently that investigation has now been updated. Is that it over, or have we got anything else here? And I won't reveal the error. Ooh. Okay. I can tell her I won't reveal the error. I mean, in all fairness, I'm a vampire and I killed everyone in the docks. Swansea's become a vampire and seemed a little bit too into the idea. I don't really think we need to punish this guy for one medical mistake when other than that he seems to have been a decent doctor. Not when we're in the middle of a flipping epidemic and it's 1918. Medicine is still in a very early and experimental state next to today. So we can either cover him in exchange for his resignation or trust her and cover up the error. If those are the options, I'm just going to cover up the error. So yes, indeed, I will not reveal what happens.
I've decided that I won't reveal Dr. Tippett's, shall we say, misdemeanor.
I'm so glad you share my point of view. Dr. Tippett is a brilliant practitioner. We most definitely need his know-how.
I hope you're right. This is a huge risk we're taking.
Dr. Tippett must regain his confidence. Please, keep this decision between you and me. He doesn't need to know you found out.
Alright, and that means I've actually lost a hint with him, because I could have actually resolved this differently. Alright, and that is that investigation over. Fair enough, so I wonder what more we could have learnt about Tippett and his past had we gone the other way. Oh, I've got a bad feeling about McCullum, because I can't help but notice that apparently he wants to meet inside the great big fight arena where I took out Mary. That's not good when someone asks to meet and they want to meet in the boss arena. That's never a good sign. Also, I have been killing a whole bunch of Priwen on my way here, and he is presumably still part of the Priwen, so I can't imagine he's going to be thrilled about this. Yeah, we're just walking into a boss arena. There's something here, by the way. Here lies Martin Nightingale. Oh. I can't remember who that is, but is that someone I've killed? Because I suspect that's someone I've killed. Sabrina Cavendish. That's probably someone I'm responsible. Tom Watts, I remember him. He was the barkeep. So he's very dead. Oh yeah, Sabrina was the woman who loved the barkeep, and she never actually got to tell him. So that's kind of sad. Right, in we go. McCullum, I do not want to fight in the boss arena. I just want to chat. Where are you? Okay, there you are. He's not attacking me right now. Whose grave is this? Why are you standing by this grave in particular? I don't know. Hello, McCullum. I spared you, so let's be friends.
Good evening, Vampire Hunter.
Are you here to end me, Leech? You'll find I will not be killed easily.
Not at all, McCullum. I am here because I need you.
Really? I'm intrigued. Speak up, then.
I need the blood of a king. The blood of Arthur. I'm certain you possess it, and I must have it.
The Guard's most sacred and precious relic. Why would you? You found Marshall's memoirs. I should have destroyed that book.
I need the antidote to save this city, McCullum.
It is within me to take your words as truth. I want to, but I must know more. What precisely are your plans?
Alright, play it careful here. This could start in a fight. I can't tell you I must stop a disaster. Yeah, let's start with a simple thing here. I can stop the epidemic. With the cure, I can stop the epidemic. Nobody wants the epidemic.
I have found the carrier, McCullum. The infection's source. It may be science or some supernatural power that's responsible for all this. But I will harness either or both to end the epidemic.
A vampire doctor. My God, you're a terrifying creature. Jonathan Emmett Reed.
Do you not understand? We wanted the same thing from the outset. A means to end this vampire epidemic.
Not enemies. Maybe that is so. Take it then. I see no other hope for this city. If this is some trick, you will be damned, Dr. Reed.
Alright, so we got all three things, and in the end, we didn't need to have another fight with him. Marvellous. And I'm guessing you're not willing to say anything else to me for the time being.
Thank you. Can we speak more?
Indeed. Why not?
Alright, and yeah, why here? Why are you standing at this particular gravestone?
Why are you here?
The man who raised me after the brutal murder of my parents. He's buried here.
Alright, and I'm guessing it was vampires and that's what put you on this path.
Were both your parents killed by vampires?
Yes. And yet worse. My father returned to Dublin a vampire and tore out my mother's throat.
Ooh. Alright, I can see why you wouldn't like vampires, sure.
And who was this man?
Carl Eldritch. One-time leader of Prewin. He killed my father in front of me. Helped me hunt my brother Ain after teaching me how to kill leeches.
Alright, so I'm sorry that he's passed on, but sounds like we are cool with each other. And yeah, any chance you'll call off the Great Hunt at this point?
What will the Guard of Prewin do now? Will you stop the Great Hunt?
Yes. But we shall continue to protect innocents from beasts like you and your red-headed friend.
Alright, fair enough. And yeah, by any chance do you know where she is? Because I don't.
How long have you known Lady Ashbury? Where is she? And what will you do to her?
We saw you meeting her, so of course we investigated. But she is gone. Our scouts reported she has sold some paintings and departed for an unknown destination.
Ah, she may well have just gone into hiding, fair enough. And well, this is probably the part of the game where if you haven't killed anyone, you can say, you don't have to worry about me, and he says, oh, okay, then I guess we'll be friends. He's probably about to call me out on the docks, isn't he?
Like me.
I am indebted to you for sparing me at Pembroke. But this won't always be the case. I'm no coward like those St. Paul's Stowe brothers.
Alright, fair enough. He's not called me out specifically. Let's be on our way. So, got what I need. Now I just need to go and find a hideout to create the antidote. I think the nearest one is actually, yeah, over here. In fact, if I actually go out the back of this area, there's actually a hideout pretty much straight ahead of me on the streets. Here it is. I can skip all them down on the street. Just nip straight up here. We got ourselves a safe house, which should have a table in it because they all seem to. I don't think there's one without. But here we go. One table. And William Marshall's memoirs. Work on that. Now the problem is I seem to only be able to make one dose. So, I mean, what does that actually mean? If I give that to Lady Ashbury, is she no longer a vampire? Or is she just no longer... Well, I guess she's no longer a vampire. In which case, oh, well, my romance with her's not going to last that long then, dear oh dear. So, got my 1 dose of that, but unfortunately, yes. I don't have any more blood of William Marshall or King Arthur, and while insulin should be easy to come by, the other two not so much. There's going to be so much of King Arthur's blood floating around. This is not really a long-term viable solution. Oh, right, yes, of course. So we start with Harriet because she's the start of it. She was the first one. But yeah, it feels like the healthy carrier was actually Elizabeth. So what do we do with her, if anything? Also, I don't know the fact this mission's called Guinea Pig. That's concerning. I feel worried about poor Harriet. Oh, and this is fun. And Ekon seems to have run into some of the pre-win. So luckily, you know, both of them keeping each other busy so I can just naff off. I will admit, this final act of the game has a little bit too much running from one side of London to the other. Because, yeah, now I have to run back to the sewers. The only access to them is through the West End round here. So I've had to run from Lady Ashborough's house to the West End, to the hospital, to the churchyard, back to the West End. Now, I could have done this in a more efficient order, admittedly, but I didn't know I was going to be asked to go down into the sewers after that point. You don't know what the objective is going to be when it hasn't told you it yet. So, I guess if maybe I'd like started with McCullum, swung by to the hospital, gone to the Ascalon Club last, and then straight on. But then you started off with Lady Ashbury. So the logical thing from there is to do Ascalon first, because it's right next to you. So, yeah, that probably could have been better planned. Also, I'm deeply concerned about what Bridget's going to think about this, because I liked Bridget. I was kind of assuming by the end of the game I was going to betray all the Ekons and join up with Bridget, but if I now need to inject Harriet with something, and potentially she's turned into something that might need to be stopped first, I'm worried about that. So here we go. Shortcut I opened earlier from the West End. That gets me back into the Fergal Boss Arena. Now, from the Fergal Boss Arena, was it... Oh, bloody hell. Hopefully it was this way. This seems to be about the right direction for the quest marker. Ah, this seems to be right. Good. Now, oh. Oh, no. Where are all of the friendly skulls?
This place has been ransacked.
This isn't good. What has Harriet Jones turned into? Oh, Elizabeth, why didn't you tell me what was going on?
They've all been slaughtered. Pre-win. No, not their style.
Yeah, it's Harriet, alright. Follow the blood. What the hell has she turned into? What could she be? Because I'm worried. I'm worried by all of this. Right, in we go. My sensors don't detect anything in here, but this was her room.
Where has Harriet gone? She must have left a trail I could follow.
Alright. A trail. Well, there is a great big splash of blood. Anything else in here I could potentially utilize? No. Let's start off by following the blood in that case. So, big splashes of blood. Fine. Let's probably head in that direction then. Here we go. More splashes of blood down here. Not sure if this was already here. I assume it was not. Is this just leading me back to the Fergal Boss Arena? Across here. Keep an eye in every direction. Bit more. Follow the red. And a bit more down here as well. Where are we going, by the way? Where are you leading me to? Oh! Well, this looks like a good place for a confrontation with something. Oh. Hello. Right, what have you got to do with all of this? Because I'm starting to become suspicious about you. Because I keep hearing about, what, the red something, the disaster, but it's always described as female. Now, you look kind of red and disastery, but you speak with a male voice, so what's going on here exactly?
Take not a step further, child, for you are unprepared.
You, at last. I wondered when you would show your face again. Step away. We have nothing to discuss.
Desist, child. You cannot confront the monstrosity unleashed upon this land without due preparation. I shall not allow it.
All right. But no more riddles. Enough of the obscure songs and prophecies. I ask questions, and you answer them.
My words have been as clear as crystal lakes, my child. You seem unwilling to drink, to listen, to learn.
You see that thing you just said about Crystal Lakes, that was not desperately clear, that was poetic. So, okay, let's get some real answers here, assuming you're actually willing to do so. What's going on with you? Why did you pick me as, like, the special avatar of whatever?
Why did you choose me?
Only you could provide a modern, scientific answer to this ancient, mystical threat.
Okay, decent response, fine. So, whatever this thing is, the thing the priest was talking about, the Babylon, the female disaster, it's Harriet Jones, or rather Harriet Jones has turned into it, I'm guessing. But in which case, who the hell are you?
Speak to me of this ancient threat.
The blood of hate, vessel of the wrath of the goddess. When she awakens, a disaster will be born into this world, for she is hunger and anger.
Okay, and you wanted me because of the whole science thing.
What kind of modern answer?
Disease, contagion, and contamination. How they course through veins is your dominion, my child. Your choices have made you. Only you can save this land.
Alright. And let's get back to exactly who you are.
What is your true appearance?
I do not understand. This is who I am.
Alright, so who are you beyond that? You've never really even given me a name.
But who are you really? Tell me your name.
I am your maker. I am the servant of the Red Goddess and protector of this land. I have many names.
Just give me one, then.
There are those who call me Merdin Wild, the Wild Horned Man. But I never was a man. I was born out of blood.
Alright, not exactly helpful. This is why I told you to stop with the riddles. So yeah, you're just sort of made of blood or something.
Blood? You are made of blood? Surely you are joking.
Why would I? And no, I'm not made of blood. I am blood. Blood is what I am since my birth and for eternity.
Right, so we're dealing with, like, the patron saint or god of blood or something. It's all very, very bloody vague. Right, well, I'm here to stop Harriet Jones.
I'm here to stop Harriet Jones. She is the original carrier. The well from which this corruption flows.
I have heard you, but be wary. Harriet Jones's mind is no more. She has metamorphosed into an apocalypse. Born from, drenched in, and driven by the blood of hate.
Alright, so that'll be the voice she heard that she described to us in the sewers last time we spoke to her. A spirit that's now taken her over entirely.
Tell me about this disaster creature. I know London fell victim to such a thing in 1666.
A disaster is pure anger born through blood. Its name means bad star, for they only appear when our queen unleashes her unquenchable wrath upon the world.
And that's actually perfectly true. That's true. Disaster does come from the Greek dus aster, meaning, indeed, bad star. That's absolutely true. So yeah, tell me about the queen, because you seem to be implying you were her servant, but also that I should stop her.
And who is this queen?
She is the Red Goddess, the Queen of Blood. In my youth, 100 lifetimes ago, she was worshipped as the Morrigan. She is my mother. She is yours, too.
The Morrigan? The Celtic goddess of war? Is this a ruse of some kind?
She has been worshipped in many forms throughout the ages. The true nature of the Red Queen is beyond your comprehension, eluding even mine. But know this, she is a vengeful mother.
Alright, and so the Red Queen is not fundamentally bad, but sometimes disasters get born of her. Now, is that intentional, like malice, or is it just an accident?
So the disaster is some sort of accident? A disease vampires carry dormant in their blood, waiting to emerge.
That's your modern answer. But a disaster is at the same time both less and more.
Tell me what it is then, in your own words.
A disaster is the pure will of our queen. Whenever she dreams of walking this earth, she awakes in this putrid vessel.
Alright, I'm still not much more clear on whether she's the good guy, the bad guy, or a neutral person, but let's get on to the blood of hate thing you mentioned.
What is the blood of hate?
It is the curse of the goddess. It is the hunger in you, the need for blood, the will to strike and to punish, to spit in the eye of God.
Again, not very specific, but fine, that's why I hunger for blood. Got it. Look, I just want to stop an epidemic. You gonna help me or not?
I only wish to know how to put an end to this epidemic.
To perform an act so noble, you must protect yourself from its poisonous kiss, my child.
I know. McCullum used such a serum when trying to kill me. However, I have produced a more efficacious version of the antidote.
Your final task awaits you at the end of these tunnels. I've known for ages you were worthy of this challenge, my champion, Bittersweet.
Alright, so what is gonna happen next then?
What will happen thereafter? What future awaits me beyond these dark tunnels?
Your fate, my child, and the fate of this land. A disaster is about to enter this world to smite us all and teach us humility. You are our final hope.
You tricked me. My sister died for your schemes. I have brought suffering and tragedy into this world. I am not, nor will I ever be your champion.
Very soon you'll come to know that sacrifice is sometimes necessary. I understand the grudge a child bears towards his father and mother. Be brave, my child.
A sacrifice. I'm going to need to understand sacrifice soon. Alright. In which case, what will I need to sacrifice? And oh, it's going to be something to do with Elizabeth, isn't it? Oh yeah.
These poor skulls didn't stand a chance.
Alright, so back to the blood, and the blood is leading me in this direction. Right, just gotta track her down. I don't know where I am right now. It's all rather big and... Oh! Oh, that's a boss arena. Right. And she's got one of those Resident Evil arms too.
Oh, I'm sick. So sick. Doctor, help me, please. I'm in such pain.
I'll be glad to be of assistance.
Ah, like your help, Doris. Liars! All of you! My poor baby. I've been such a bad mother. But the Queen herself forgave me. Gave me another chance.
Harriet, you must stop all of this. I can't let you infect anyone else.
How dare you interfere with the Red Queen's plans, Doctor? How can you stop the course of nature?
Oh, so... Oh, I stabbed myself with it instead.
Took my daughter from me!
Okay, so she's going to have a spit attack. What's she resisted to? Melee and blood and... Oh, blimey, she's got a big swing. Okay, well, I know what we need to do as a starting point then. Already got my shotgun set. Fine. Okay, so if she gets close to me... Boom! Never mind. Boom! That does... Oh, that's a good bit of damage right there. That's a good bit of damage. So, my blood spear's not going to be that useful. Let's try it just to see. Oh, it does very little. Actually, not that bad, to be honest. And, okay, she hits really hard. Boom! And then back off. Oh, yeah. So, that's just going to stop that. Tiny bit more blood. I need to get in there and hit her just for the sake of... Oh, blimey. Just for the sake of getting some blood back. Although, excuse me. Okay, screw you. I'm just going to hit you with this now, because, you know, that will just do hopefully some good damage to you. Oh, wow! Okay, that does some good damage to... Oh, you're not even that tough. I'm guessing you're not the final... Uh-oh. This is gonna hurt, though. Yeah, figured as much. Right, just heal up. No, shoot! Just shoot her! Shoot her! Shoot her! Shoot her with a shotgun! That should be you down, but that's only just the beginning. It's gotta be. Heal up and... Oh! She's turned into blood. That's... Uh-oh! Right. What's up next? The red... Oh, blimey! Oh, fine. Just sucker punch me straight out of the gate, why don't you? Whatever. Right, what are you resistant to? Oh, resistant to my ultimates! That's not good. That's not good. And, oh, lots of health. And, okay, that's a blood explosion. Right, so now we know about you. Concerning... Okay, you hit hard and fast. Okay, and... What is that? Ah, she also does the shadow summoning thing. So I've got to be careful there. Can I paralyze you? Yes, actually, I can. So that's good. Reload shotgun. And avoid that. Shotgun straight in the back. 2, 3, 4. How hard do you hit? You don't seem to hit that hard, to be honest. Oh. Okay. I shouldn't just... Actually, that was not that bad at all. Unless you're about to do more. Need to... No! Excuse me. Excuse me. Need to do some blood healing. I'm glad I upgraded my healing. Okay, you really need to do a warp to get away from that, though. That's bad. You know what? Let's just give you an ultimate right now. I know you're partly... Oh, resisted. Not good. Right, avoid all of that. Avoid all of you. Oh, you've all got slidey spin attacks. That's no good at all. Right, I'm out of shotgun. Time to go over to pistol. It's not fully upgraded, but it's going to have to do the flipping job. So we'll just get rid of you. 2, 3. Oh, that does not do much at all. And I need to... Oh, no. No, 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 no. Okay, I got some of my health back. But I need to get some... I need to get some flipping blood back. 2. Never mind. How am I going to get the blood back? This is going to be tricky. 1, 2, 3. There's not good opportunities. She doesn't get stun locked at all. Okay, just get a couple of hits in and back. No, she's just going to destroy me. I need to come up with a better way of doing this. Okay, no. Poison her. Paralyze her. Didn't work out desperately well. Didn't work out desperately. No, I just need to have a load of flipping syringes ready for this. She's tough. Yeah, that'll do. Get tons of blood back, get tons of health back. Just remember to do that. Now, do I need to do the... Oh, I need to do both stages again. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Well, I guess it's fine, really. We know this doesn't work very well on the Red Queen. So that just does plenty of good quality damage. I'm going to try and save my shotgun ammo and just basically finish her off with the sword, because that seems to work out just fine. Get all of that back, do a tiny bit of healing, and now just focus on you. Yeah, her arm makes her actually very unwieldy, because if you can just get around the side of her, basically she can't really do much. So if I just basically avoid there, and then just get in, yeah, she's actually very easy to take care of. Sometimes she just kind of misses you. So just avoid you, and then go to... you, and then back off, get some healing going on, because the one thing she's got that's actually powerful is... No! No, 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 no. No, you don't. 2, 3. Right, now, back away in case she bursts, and then the blood's coming. Now, I'll probably get one heal in right now, and start running, because the Red Queen's avatar's coming, and she kind of comes for a sucker punch straight up. So, start running immediately. Yeah, you came in for the sucker punch, did you? Right, let's just see if I can... No! See if I can get... Oh, no, it's still 35 seconds off. Okay. So, we've got ourselves... Yeah, she's got all the standard powers. I should have all my shotgun back at this point. So, that is... yeah, Milton's 691. Edwina's is... Oh, Edwina's is 10th more powerful. This is less powerful, but with bonus versus... I'm not sure if you're a vampire. Let's go over to Edwina's instead. So, that will be fine. That does... some damage. No, I just need to back away and just use syringes. And then avoid. She's trying to do that. Okay, get in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then back off. No, keep backing off. Right, excuse me. No, you get to stay still for the time being. Right, heal and avoid. And avoid. And in 4 seconds. Ah. Need to be faster on the evasion. And, excuse me. No, no, no. Come on, don't resist it, 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 don't resist it. And that is good work. And I still get to get a few good hits in. Fine. One burst. Blood magic. Well, understandably, blood magic doesn't work desperately well. Reload. Boom! That doesn't do that much at all. Right. Get myself a quick heal in. And then in a minute, there we... No, no, no! And then, okay, you can get 3 in. Get 3 in, don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. Reload the shotgun. And boom! That's another 300 in. We're doing alright so far, but problem... Time to back off. No, 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 no. She doesn't even hit that hard. That's interesting. Reload the shotgun, and no, 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 balls to all of you. Okay, avoid, avoid, boom. That does some good damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, and oh, hello. I don't know what you just did precisely, but oh, have you got whips or swords or something now? Because that's probably a concern. She's summoning more of those bastards. Now she can fly. Now she can fly, and she's got scythes. Okay. Shotgun, I get... Oh! Right. So she did that then. And avoid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then she starts coming in. So I get like 3 or 4 hits in a go. And she's not that resistant to melee. So that's not too bad. And in a few seconds, I can actually... 1, 2, 3... And don't resist, don't resist, don't resist, don't resist, don't resist. Darn it. Oh, she resisted, but it looked like she took a bit of damage, actually. And shotgun with whatever's left. Right, back over to pistol at this point. This is going better. Yeah, this actually does some decent work right here. And, oh, I just knocked you straight down for some blood. I don't think I actually need it. Right. But no. Boom, boom. Oh, nullified. Right, apparently she doesn't do anything during this phase. You just need to basically stay out of her way. And then avoid that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then probably want to back off again. Right. Shoot her a bit more with the guns. 1, 2, 3. Probably get myself a heal in at this point. Avoid the burst. Reload. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Alright, what do I want to go over to now then? Well, I don't have much except the stake. And honestly, that's not that useful to me. So, fine. I may as well set it just in case. But... now it's up to me. So, avoid her. Oh, you want to play with blood spears, do you? Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That was really stupid. That's just a waste of good blood. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then get out of the way. Get a heal in, and save blood for the heals. This is not so bad so far, and she resisted that. Do it again. No, she's totally resisting all of this. And, okay. She's got more of those guys coming in. During this phase, she flies up, then she comes down for a big slam attack. If I just basically keep moving, there's not much she can do. And then get over to her. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not too bad. Then get out of the way. Okay, and now... oh, excuse me, sorry. And if I can paralyze you right now. I can! Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and she gets a head crush in. Weirdly, that does surprisingly little damage, actually. So, probably back off while she does her 3. Get a heal in. This is actually going surprisingly well. Now, can I finish you off with a really massive... oh, she resisted, but it did a bit of damage. Right, I think it's time for you to go down. Whew. Not too bad once you learn her routines.
No one could ever defeat you, mother of us all, for you are our every root and leaf.
You've always been my most amusing son.
Then go back to sleep, my queen, and smile at us from your dreams.
Did they feel my wrath? Have they suffered enough?
More than ever, mother of us all.
Until the next time.
Until the next time.
Alright, and I think I've chased off the Queen of the Vampires. Marvellous.
So it's over then, young Ekon. You have put an end to this terrible menace.
Old Bridget? What are you doing here?
This is my realm, Ekon. This is Suaskal territory.
But they were all massacred. by the monstrosity that Harriet became.
Others will come, engendered by deceitful vampires. I don't mean you, of course.
I thought you'd been slaughtered, with all the other Suascals.
I was up above, in search of help when Harriet suddenly turned into that thing. I have no idea what it was.
It's all over now. The epidemic has been stopped.
Yes, you prevailed in the end. I hope you'll forgive me for the way I treated you when first you presented yourself at our gate.
No need to apologize, really.
Perhaps there will be no stories told or songs sung of what happened here today. But I'll know the truth. Jonathan Reed, newborn vampire, stepped forward and saved us all.
I'm honored to be part of this city's legend. Thank you, old Bridget. May I ask you just one question?
How could I refuse you anything now? I'll answer just as I answered Lady Ashbury when we met a few nights ago.
Who are you? Really?
I was born with the name Bridget Eleanor Wellington. In 1738, my beloved and immortal husband decided to preserve my beauty and youth forever by making me drink his blood.
You were Lord Redgrave's wife. Then the pompous fool rejected you, did he not?
It was about 200 years ago. Peace found me in time. And I sincerely hope it will find you too, now that all is over.
No, it's not over. I may have ended the vampire epidemic, but I still need answers from the woman I love.
I feared you would say that. Go then, young Ekon, and face your fate. Just remember that I'll always be here for you.
Alright, we're not quite done yet. What more is there to do?
London has been cleansed. This catastrophe came about when an ancient malignant will crossed paths with mortal imprudence. For now, we are safe. For now. My craving for blood remains. Red like hate, red like hunger, red as life and death, passing from one immortal to another, from predator to victim, patiently biding its time to rise again. London has been cleansed for now, but there's a simmering hatred, fear, and old grudges. When will we succumb, mortals and immortals alike? The next disaster is only a matter of time. My only hope now is to catch the woman I love, to understand why she fled, and unmask the secret that has been lurking in her blood for so long.
And oh, we're going to the place in the painting, in her mansion. Ah, very clever, Jonathan. So brand new area for the end of the game. That's cool. Oh, and I'm driving a fabulous car as well. Better and flipping better. That's lovely. That's the car that's just outside our house. I just stole her car. Used it to come here. Beautiful. The question is, oh.
Well, this is it. Lady Ashbury's domain. Why am I not surprised it's not on any maps? I'd better hurry.
Why do I have a feeling that there is, yeah, a final twist here. Learn the truth about Elizabeth and why does her blood cause disasters? And that might mean she needs to be stopped herself. Oh, but first it's you! Hello, running into you again. Bloody hell, what do you want now?
Beautiful morn, my child. It looks like dawn is here at long last.
Can't you just leave me alone? Your precious queen has been sent back to the bottomless pit from whence she came. The nightmare is almost over.
I am here to say goodbye. The sun's warmth exhausts me. Soon I will rejoin my queen in her endless sleep. It is over. You did well.
Alright, and yeah, so the Red Queen just goes back to sleep or whatever, and the disaster will presumably just be coming back later. Well, one good observation buried away in here, yeah, all the Icors we've met have been female.
I noticed that all the Icors were female, as if a male couldn't endure the metamorphosis. Harriet was also a bitter and resentful woman, as was her daughter.
If the Morrigan prefers despoiled women to become the vessels of her wrath, we should be thankful that but one disaster hath been cast upon this wobbling world.
Alright, so how does this fit into Elizabeth? Because she doesn't meet the personality type we're describing here. And yes, indeed, this is not over, I'm going to yell at you.
This is not over. I am here to find the true origin of the blood of hate.
'Tis unwise to interfere with a tale rooted so deeply in the suffering of others.
Okay, and blimey, apparently now this guy's just got all the flippin' answers. Well, one interesting note about the Brotherhood.
What will become of the Brotherhood?
I foresee trouble for them now that your progeny considers becoming the new primate.
But I'm certain the current primate has no wish to resign.
Exactly. And I am not fully convinced your progeny truly understands what dreadful power he is about to defy.
Intriguing. So, the guy underneath the abbey, the mysterious guy who in the end I never found the notebook because every time I went to the area where it said I was supposed to go, it just said, I should come back later. Now it seems to be a bit too late for that sort of thing. Apparently Swansea's going to try and dethrone him, and that's going to be a problem because, clearly there was a whole bit of subplot there I never actually quite got to the bottom of. Still, I'm here to see Elizabeth.
No. I must know why Elizabeth fled here when I discovered she was the original healthy carrier.
No, she is not what you say she is. That is a secret you will discover soon enough.
Oh, there's one final twist.
And you? Why are you here? Which new thread of which old twisted plan are you seeking to pull now? Tell me the truth.
I am just here to salute my sons and to bid them fare thee well.
Your sons? Plural? My God, will you ever stop speaking in riddles?
Perhaps I am too old for your spoken language. Perhaps you now have so many subtle words you no longer hear the simplest ones.
Oh, go on then, you enigmatic bastard. Tell me who the sons are.
Who are your sons? Why do you bid them farewell now?
You are my son, as is William Marshall.
Ah, we're going to be meeting William Marshall then. He's going to be in the castle, I'm assuming. But how does this all fit together? Oh, here's a fun twist for the books too. Why it's King Arthur's blood.
King Arthur was also your progeny. Why am I not surprised?
Yes, he was. But he failed in the end. And for centuries the land suffered his defeat.
Alright, so King Arthur was also a vampire, as was probably everyone important in all of history, right? Get on with it! There's a bit too much of an exposition dump going on at the end here.
And answer my last question.
What is it?
Did I defeat the epidemic?
Now you've found the castle, Jonathan Reed. Only you can answer that. Farewell, my child. I shall dream about you soon.
Right, and he's finally naffing off. Yeah, I'll admit, the ending of Vampire has been in some ways a tiny bit disappointing, if only because there's been a lot of running around and a lot of conversations. So that's a shame, because it's not quite up to the... not quite up to the standard of, the rest of the game in terms of storytelling. So, need to sneak in. It looks like there's plenty of areas around here I might be able to do something with. Here we go. Nice little back stairwell up. Let's see what we can find around here. Not these stairs. Oh, yeah, now these stairs. For some reason, those stairs were refusing to let me through here. Got ourselves one gate that obviously I can't walk past. That would just be ridiculous. And here's a door. Would this do? No, this would not do. Keep looking around, finding a way potentially up by... Oh, probably locked again.
It's locked, all right.
Yeah, I need to find a bit more of a subtle way in. Just need to keep going up and up and up. And here we go. This looks promising. Just loop around the outside here. Teleport over there and...
Maybe it's just my imagination, but I think I smell Elizabeth's perfume. She must be here somewhere.
More flipping locked doors, pianos, broken down castle. One of these has got to be open sooner or later. Aha! There's my picture. Portrait of Dr. Jonathan Reed by Elizabeth Ashbury, 1918.
Elizabeth, my love, you allow my portrait to watch over you while you sleep. I'm flattered.
Together with a few other people too. And a portrait of, Elizabeth Blackwood, 1666. Alright. Intriguing. So we're starting to date her now. Fascinating. And we've also got... Oh, is this going to be a letter for me? Because she knew full well I'd come here. No. 1795. Blimey, you are really slow at tightening things up. Dear Mr. McAllister, as the new legal owner of the Ashbury estate, I intend to quickly engage in the overdue maintenance and repairs of the walls and the crypt of the castle. Okay, intriguing. So I might to go down to the crypt.
Like most castles, this one has a crypt. And it holds something special inside.
Right, so that's where William Marshall is. But go on, what's the final big twist here?
This castle is falling apart.
Yeah, there we go. So I might be able to get straight down to a crypt over there. I assume all of this is, not going to do anything. And, ooh, old shields. Very cool. Nice dining room. This is lovely. Okay, fine. Top marks for effort that, just basically the final little bit of the story is actually going to be told in a brand new area that's been specially created.
Elizabeth's perfume. She was here, and recently.
And more pictures. Same pictures before. Oh, that's a nice big fireplace. I like that fireplace. That's very, very cool indeed. Just check for any signs of blood or anything. But nothing much as yet. Aside from, of course, another... Aha! Elizabeth by, of course. Yeah, there we go. 1885. Oh, that's cute! That's cute. Elizabeth as painted by various famous people through history. Very, very cute indeed. And there she is in Versailles in 1788. Oh, this is lovely. Locate a secret passage. Apparently is my first goal. I need to locate a secret passage. I'm going to guess my vampire senses will be quite good at that sort of thing. So, look out for anything of interest. But right now, oh yeah, this area is quite... open. Can't just go down the stairs though. No, I need to find a secret way in. Obviously she's hidden. So we've made it to the front room here.
This painting looks suspicious.
Which painting? What? I literally just ran into a door. Which painting? This painting? Yes, this painting does, I suppose, look a tiny bit on the suspicious side. Aha.
A sword and a moon are the symbols I should look for.
Very clever. So part of this painting is covered in blood, and I'm going to guess that's what? William Marshall taking on an original manifestation of the disaster back in time. And I've got to find myself, sword and moon. Gotcha. And here we go, an old contract for the movement of an old coffin from Temple Church, London, where we've already been, up to Ashbury Castle. Is that where William Marshall was? In which case, ooh, there might have been way more stuff in Temple Church I missed. Oh, and actually, this area is actually quite open. So these locked doors aren't just like all fake locked doors or anything. No, you can just start, unlocking doors from the inside just as you ever could. So now I'm making shortcuts back to the earlier piano area and all of that business. Lovely. And here we go. There's something over here in the dining room.
What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work.
Alright, that's a flower. How many more of them are there? Because flower's not what I'm looking for. I'm supposed to be looking for, here we go, moon.
One last switch, and...
So there's moon. Where is sword? Is it somewhere elsewhere in this room? Hang about. There's shield, one side of the fireplace. There's sword.
Voila.
There we go. Cracked her open. Secret passage. Now, the crypt, where a very large coffin was delivered some centuries ago. Actually, maybe just 1 century ago. Actually, less than that. Wasn't it like 1880 and we're only in 1918 right now? Hello. And we have got ourselves the ancient diary of William Marshall himself. So it would appear, yeah, 1217 was when he was vampired. And going forward, yes, he repeatedly took on the Black Death, which was apparently a previous manifestation of the disaster. Fine. And we've got a date for Elizabeth. In 1578, William Marshall met Elizabeth Englewood and converted her. Fine. So, as a result of that, except 1618, she actually went her own way. Got it. Still, we know her full name now. That's cool. Englewood. Well, her original name anyway. So she changed her name to Elizabeth Blackwood. He changed his name to William Thorne for a while. And once again, William Marshall jumps up whenever the Great Plague shows up in London. So yeah, he just basically re-emerges with a new name every single time something bad happens. So why didn't he come back this time? Oh, and apparently he also accidentally started the Great Fire of London in order to destroy a previous disaster, because of course he did. Ah, except when he took on a previous disaster, he didn't have that defensive blood thing, the vaccine that I took. So he became infected and became more bloodthirsty and violent. He bit Elizabeth, she fled, but then, unfortunately, I've heard you now kill and take pleasure in bloodbath with this new progeny of yours. So while the disaster was defeated, it spread to William Marshall, he passed it on to Elizabeth, and now Elizabeth has something bad in her blood as well. So it would appear that once upon a time, vampires were not consumed by hunger. It wasn't a problem for them. They could feed, but they were very much in control. It was only when the disaster infected William Marshall, then Elizabeth, that it became a problem, and then Elizabeth went on a rampage. She took delight in slaughter and carnage in France. Oh dear. So he managed to create 1 dose of antidote, and he gave it to her to give her back her previous peaceful life. Ah. And as a result, he is still infected with the blood of hate, and had to just be taken care of, locked away, basically, forever. I see. So, we now know what happened here. She has got herself a bit of a dark history, but she is cured. She is no longer infected at all. There is no reason to kill her. But William Marshall, well, I guess if he stays locked up down here forever, it's not really a problem, but...
You have nothing to be afraid of.
Did you let him out of his chains? Please don't do that. This is a very bad idea, Elizabeth.
Shall we abandon this, then? Shall we lower our heads?
No. Never. You taught me that.
Blood is approaching. Old but young. How strange. Shall I drink it? Smite it?
No, Father. He is a friend. Please, rest. I'll take care of it.
Caution, Elizabeth. Deceit runs through these veins.
I know, Father. What took you so long, Jonathan?
Is this really him?
Yes. This is William Marshall, 1st Earl of Pembroke, servant of 5 mortal kings, former regent and saviour of England. The greatest knight who ever lived, according to some.
And you called him father?
For he gave me eternal life, and much more.
I have so many questions, Elizabeth.
You always had questions, Dr. Reed.
Now that I stand before you both, in this vault, I know not where to begin.
We still have a few minutes left.
So, most of this I think we already know from reading the journal, but let's see if she's got anything to add to it. Nothing too much there, aside from confirmation she's not planning to go back to London. As for Charlotte, well, she'll just inherit a big pile of money, because I'm guessing technically the current identity she has assumed is about to die and be replaced by a new one. So, London saved, by the way.
I have destroyed the disaster, this creature that Harriet Jones had become. The epidemic is no more, and London will recover. In time.
The city has suffered, but it will prevail in the end.
A more cynical analysis would be that this is an acceptable catastrophe.
I cannot bear knowing I was the cause of all this, through the use of my own blood.
No. This catastrophe was the result of unethical experimentation, and the will of a creature so inexplicably evil. She exceeds all the terrible wonders I have seen since my death.
But it was my blood all along. My corrupted blood of hate. The poisoned blood of my father. A healthy carrier. That's all I am.
Alright, and yes indeed Marshall infected you, I read about it, but he did make amends. Again, nothing we didn't already know from reading that journal, aside from the fact he's basically barely with it anymore, and he only survives at all because Lady Ashbury feeds him with her own blood.
William Marshall infected you. He is the true, original carrier.
Yes. But he saved me by sacrificing himself.
Saved you? How?
The tears of angels. The cleansing of impure blood by an older, more powerful blood. It worked on me, did it not?
Yes. Blood is the definitive key to our species. Scowls, cleansing, lineage. Do you really think it worked?
It has, Jonathan. I was nothing but a beast who took pleasure in slaughter. I roamed across Europe, reaping my bloody crop. It was the blood of hate. But my father's antidote cured me.
Yes, indeed. We know who she was once upon a time, Elizabeth Englewood in the 13th century. Let's see if she'll actually admit it, though.
Who are you, really?
How could I answer that? I went through many lives and identities to reach this day. To you, I am Elizabeth Ashbury, and that's all I wish to be.
Yeah, you can be as enigmatic as you want. I know you used to be Elizabeth Englewood. So, nothing much again we didn't already know here, but you could have just told me all of this. There's no need for all of this hiding business, it's fine.
You should have told me.
No, Jonathan. The William Marshall myth lies at the heart of so many hostile plans. I could not risk jeopardizing his safety.
So why did you come here? You knew I would follow you. I can't let you go.
Because I know now the blood of hate is still in my veins. No one but I can put an end to this tragedy.
I can help you. You can trust me, Elizabeth.
I know, Jonathan. You have been the most loyal ally these last few weeks. But this is my duty.
Would your protege agree to speak with me? I have so many questions for him.
Go on, Jonathan. But be careful.
I'm not sure we'll get much sense out of him. The implication was he's not really that cogent anymore.
Yes?
Sir William. My God. You really are William Marshall. You served Richard the Lionheart and his brother, King John. It is such a privilege to meet you.
I did in my day. Come closer if you want to speak. For my hearing isn't what it used to be.
I think your hearing is fine, sir.
What is it you want then?
Yeah, good call. Good call. I don't trust this guy one little bit. So how exactly did the original ingredients for the Tears of Angels come about to be discovered? Because it sounds like, yeah, the original Brotherhood, whatever, they were the ones that came up with it. Do you happen to know where they got it from?
I found your research on the antidote. The Tears of the Angels. What ingredients did you use?
Once I understood what the ingredients were,
I used the tears of King Richard and the pure blood of the valiant Boadicea.
Alright, and how on earth did you get hold of them?
King Richard and Boadicea. How did you find such relics?
It took me many years to locate their hiding place. Then I had to learn the formula. If I recall, it belonged to an ancient brotherhood. The Order of St. Paul, I believe.
Fine, so we don't actually know how they came across it, though.
The blood of hate. How does it affect you? Do you feel it now?
The blood of hate? Yes. Nothing more than a sneeze, really. A sneeze held for so long, you could blow a fortress down if you released it.
Okay, that doesn't sound particularly promising. And go on then, this one intrigues me. Tell me about the Morrigan.
Can we speak about the Morrigan?
The Red Queen. What of her?
Go on then, you actually met her at some point as part of all your previous adventures.
You met her, did you not?
Just once, but she never ceased to sing to me. I love her song. It is a song of blood and war. I only wish she would sometimes let me rest.
Go on, do you happen to know exactly who she is? Because I haven't really got a straight answer yet.
Do you know who she is?
I don't want to discuss this in front of my sweet Elizabeth.
Why?
For a time, she too could hear the Red Song. The steps she danced to its melody brought pain upon the world.
Alright, fair enough. We might not get a straight answer on that one at all. And here's an interesting thing. Apparently back in the mists of time, a vampire was a quite different thing.
They are terrible creatures. I have seen and fought many in my time. Foul temptresses with sharp claws and shrieking beaks.
So something strangely avian, and once again, he identifies them as female. And we did hear outside, yes, the Ichor could only be female, so yeah, there's some form of connection between all these things, but maybe we don't have quite the full picture.
Do you remember Myrddin, your maker?
Only God is my maker, for he created everything on this earth. He blessed me with eternal life through his archangel, Michael.
But Myrddin, Michael, is a vampire. He made you a blood-sucking creature of the night.
Blood, yes. I used to drink it from the throats of the unworthy. Then I was punished for my deceit. During my penance, I rely entirely upon my sweet Elizabeth.
And while it seems like an absolutely terrible idea, apparently I can just declare that we could set him free.
We could set you free. Let you out. Isn't that what you want?
I pray for the day I'll see the sky again. I have all but forgotten its colors. I could walk and do so many things beneath the stars. But I doubt it will be wise to release me.
Then will you stay here and repent?
Elizabeth told me it will not be long now. I cannot wait to feel the sweet caress of her hand on my cheek after so long as she releases me. Has the time come?
Yes, Father.
Why not unleash me then? To see the sky a final time.
You already are the sky, and all its stars.
I'm not defeated, for I welcome the sword you bear, for it is mine.
You were never defeated, my lord. Farewell, Father. And to you also, Jonathan.
What do you mean?
I can't stand what I've become. This healthy carrier, as you put it. The flames will purify the poison that runs in my veins.
No! I won't allow this to happen.
I am death, Jonathan. Wherever I go, I can't stand it.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, champion of Myrddin, chosen to save England from the vampire epidemic. I could cure you.
What do you mean?
We are creatures of blood, Elizabeth. Everything about us is in our blood. With time, I could perfect the antidote William Marshall gave you. Trust me, for time is on our side.
That is a risk I cannot take, Jonathan. I won't bring another such disaster into this world.
Elizabeth, no. Trust me. I can save you.
How could I trust you, Jonathan? Have you not betrayed me?
Wait, when?
I had choices to make.
When?
I forgive you. And that is my choice.
When? When did I betray you? What have I done?
Elizabeth, I love you.
Then let me go now.
Wait! No!
When exactly did I betray her? When have I ever turned on her or done anything other than what she asked? What exactly am I supposed to have done to... Wait, what?
One prayer for the summoned, called by this song. Child born from darkness, whose path he must find. Now the song is sung, and your path chosen. England is safe, but the cost was dire. Blood and tears, both parched by cleansing flames. You've lost your way, my champion bittersweet. I am moved to pity as I feel your rampant rage void of purpose or meaning. My queen sleeps once again, and I'll soon join her slumber. Until alas, she rises, woken by the hunger never fed.
And that, by the looks of it, is indeed the end, as the credits begin to roll. The question is there post-game or not? And the answer is no. The game now brings me straight back here to just before the finale there. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of Vampyr. Not quite 100%. I mean, what I love about this game is you lock yourself out of stuff just by virtue of having to play the game. People who you decide to kill lock stuff away from you. There's so many characters who I never quite fully got to the bottom of, possibly because their quests became locked away, except for other characters that I'd killed. I mean, even Clay Cox, right from the beginning, that might have unlocked more interesting options with his wife. Down in the docks, stuff in the docks was never finished. People in Whitechapel I never even flipping found. Yeah, couple of mysterious people I just never flipping located in Whitechapel, so I'm not quite sure where they were supposed to be. The two mysterious twins who I never actually figured out what was going on. The book that I never located because every time I went there the game was saying I should come back later, so I'm not sure when I was supposed to come back there. People whom, I still don't have most of the clues for. There's still half of Charlotte Ashbury's backstory I never was able to actually solve. There was, what was his name? Yeah, Venus and Clarence. I never was able to resolve their marital problems and figure out what was going on there. So, many unanswered questions here. So, it's been great. It's let itself down a tiny bit at the end here. If only because, of course, now there was just a great big pile of exposition and conversation, endless questions. So a bit too much information was just saved up for the end and could have been, slightly more evenly distributed through the story. That was arguably a bit too much focused right at the end there. But still, I will say this has just been a wonderful game. Just, if no other reason, it came up with some really good, interesting ideas of how to do morality, how to do an interesting plot, how to tell a vampire story in a really interesting way. Very cool indeed, and it does make me think, yes indeed, of course, people have recommended Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines to me in the past. I may well have to go and have a look-see at that at some point, because I'm told that this is, in some ways, there are certain similarities at least, though it is still quite different. We will definitely have to have a think about that as time goes by. But I think we are about done here. I will leave things off. Obviously, if you want to check this out for yourself, I very thoroughly recommend it. I think it's bloody great. This will be towards the top of my Games of the Year list for this year. Absolutely no flipping question. It will be very high up on that list indeed. Some truly spectacular stuff would have to come out at the end of this year to knock this down to the lower half of that table. That will be, yes, that'll be quite a bloody good year in video games for that to happen. So, we live in flipping hope, eh? There's lots I haven't seen yet, lots of subquests, lots of characters, and yeah, trying to do this in a kill everything sort of way, where you just see what happens to the plot if you basically just turn every area hostile. Like, if you turn the hospital hostile, what does that even mean? What does that look like? Does that just mean that every time you go back there, what happens to Swansea? Because he has to live there. How does Swansea react if you turn the hospital hostile? Ooh, interesting questions. And of course, no kill as well, which would make the game very, very difficult indeed. But might well give you a good ending. I'm not quite sure how the ending might vary if I actually turned out to do things differently. I have no idea if there's an ending where I might be able to persuade Elizabeth not to actually throw herself into the fire and get a bit more of a happy ending with Jonathan. I have no clue. I will leave that up to you to discover, ladies and gentlemen. I will leave things off here. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been many a true nerd, and this has been the absolutely wonderful Vampyr. Thank you very much, and goodbye. No, sadly, I cannot be the Santa Claus of murder tonight. So apparently, even though this thing is... Oh, no, no, you can't. No, you most certainly can't. Okay. Is that the symbol meaning I'm about to pull her over? Yep, there we are. There we... Oh! I feel like she didn't necessarily survive that. No, she's very dead.